That says EA Sports. Welcome to SSX 2012, the reboot for a very popular snowboarding series developed by EA Sports. At one point, the sub company EA Sports Big developed SSX, but now they brought it back for PS3, and I think it was on Xbox 360. Me and my dad loved the games when I was younger. The originals on the PS2. The other thing, this one is missing the split screen, but we're going to do the story, and I was going to the cutscene. That why not watch it? I'm Epic Gamer.
I'm Eric Caro.
And how this is going to work, we're going to do the story mode, or the Deadly Descents as it's called. And we're going to go back and forth doing the mountain ranges. First up will be me on the Rockies with Zoe. So here's the this trailer. This isn't gameplay. This would be amazing. This is PS4 gameplay. Probably a little bit better. That looks about right. Himalayas. Yes, we'll be going to the Himalayas. Yamori, I think is her name. We'll be doing Mount Everest. I think I'll be doing the Himalayas because Mount Everest is probably the hardest deadly descent. Patagonia. Avalanches. But we'll get into all of this when it comes. That's Elise, a veteran of the SSX franchise. That's Mac, another veteran. And here we get to see an addition for this game right here. Gear. Here we get to see the wingsuit and the ice picks, which none of those two characters use in their Deadly Descent. Defy reality, own the planet. SSX. Okay. So now we can go through another long loading screen. Autosave feature, yes, I want to activate that. Little helicopter loading. But one episode per mountain range. If we don't pass the run in 3 tries, we're just going to go ahead and skip the run, so we can try to make these episodes short and sweet and not an hour long for one range, which is ridiculous. Which will probably happen more in Eric's videos. If I do Alaska got me though when I did it. One of the runs in Alaska. I think it's Alaska. No, I don't want to do PlayStation Network features on this. And here's the main menu. We have World Tour, which is what the story mode is: explore, do any run. And the global events is the multiplayer. And we have RiderNet, which we might get into after we're done with the story. But we're going to go ahead and jump into World Tour. Welcome to World Tour. Follow each member of Team SSX and use their unique skills to defeat Griff and conquer the 9 deadly descents. Once you've completed the tutorials in World Tour, you can check out Explore to challenge your friend's scores, or you can jump into global events and compete directly in high-stakes challenges across the globe. World Tour lets you sample all their characters, learn their specialties, and start to stockpile equipment for each rider. You'll also get a whirlwind tour through all of the regions in SSX to compete in race, trick, and survival events.
Hey folks, DJ Atomica here, broadcasting live from my nifty little sound booth, bringing you all the latest news to shake up the world of extreme sports. So it turns out that recently 3 of the best riders snow, surf, and dirt I've ever known have come together to do something big. The 3 riders in question are surf legend Tane Mumea, snowboard superstar Mac Fraser, and the one and only Zoe Payne. They're calling themselves SSX, short for snowboarding, surfing, and motocross. And they have an idea. They plan to ride and conquer the world's 9 most deadly descents. They're not going to do it alone, so they've scoured the globe.
So that's what SSX stands for, where all the games only have snowboarding. And one had skiing.
They represent the 9 best riders in the world. Recent news has found my ears, though, that one of their original team members, Griff Simmons, has bailed on Team SSX. With Griff gone, most of SSX's funding has followed. So SSX has turned to their fans for help. Live streaming this monumental event will give SSX the funding they need to get right back in this thing and kick off the adventure. Now it's Team SSX versus Griff in a race around the globe for all the glory. And Griff has a head start. The stage is now set. Good luck, Team SSX.
Okay. They should make a sequel to this game where they actually have all three of those.
Yeah, right?
It'd be fun. Snowboarding, what is it? Surfing, snowboarding, and motocross?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I get it. I know they do the snowboarding, but be nice to have.
Hey, how's it going? Up for a little skateboarding?
Here we have our first person that we play as in the Rockies, Zoe Payne. She looks immensely different than what she did in the previous SSX games. If you go back, she is a lot more goth looking, I think. More like
more
badass. Now? Or back then?
Yeah, back then.
Of course, yeah, back then a lot more cartoonish. We're going to go with the action buttons, because that's kind of the classic controls that I'm used to. So we're going to jump out of the plane, and we're going to get the tutorial. 100 Tricks tutorial. We'll start off with some rotations and flips. So you use the left analog stick, left or right, to do 360 spins, and then you hold it up or down to do rotation, 360 rotations. You can do tricks by square, triangle, and circle, as we will now be shown to do. Triangle. Grab the front of the board with triangle. Square is the left side of the board. You can also do this with the right analog stick. Up is triangle, left is square, right is circle, and back is X. Now you can tweak any move you do with R2. That's the normal square, and here's tweaked. Normal circle, tweaked. And normal triangle, tweaked, which they didn't want us to do for some reason. Okay. Now we just sat through this about like 5 minutes ago because I wanted to see how bad the glare was. Now here we can do kind of combos where you square and then hold triangle instead of using both hands. You only hold it with your left hand. The square is left and the second button is triangle. Now square circle, hold the right side of the board with your left hand. Circle triangle, left side of the board with the right hand. Square X, hold the back of the board with your left hand. Circle X, back with the right hand. Circle triangle, front with the right. Square triangle, front with the left. Pretty straightforward. Makes sense. I never really thought about it, why it is that way, but I guess that makes sense. Okay, square triangle is hold the right side of the board, but like you're moving back to do a square move. Triangle, circle, kind of the same thing. I don't know why they did it that way. That's weird, but that's whatever. Okay, boost meter. Something that they've had in the series since SSX Tricky, the second game in the franchise. But this time it's in the letters of Tricky. And you might hear later the remix version of Run DMC's famous song from this franchise, Tricky, or It's Tricky. Hold triangle when you're in tricky mode to do Uber tricks. Hold circle for Uber, I'm holding circle, Uber Indie. And Uber Melon for circle, for square. Now we are in super tricky mode. If you do enough tricks in normal tricky mode, you get super tricky. Where we just do insane tricks that defy physics, as we talked about the first time I did this. If you please do not try any of this, but just yours do at home. We're what we call SSX experts, and you will kill yourself trying to do these moves. Now if you hold R2 and L2 together, and then press any button or any of the right analog stick, you do this character's special move. Every character has a different special move. And as we saw in that little video before we started got into the game, we see our first gear, the wingsuit. Which again is not what Zoe uses for the Deadly Descent in the Rockies, but whatever. Activate wingsuit to quit, or you can keep going while letting go, but we're going to quit and go ahead to our first ground race, or I don't know what it is, I think it's a race. Here we have the currency of the game, which we can use to buy different gear, boards, that each help us improve our attributes. Riders level up, you get experience to level up, you can get better equipment in the store. This game looks complex, a lot to it, but it's not really.
SSX Deadly Descent Road Trip. Thought we'd kick
That's not how I picture her sounding. Is it? Well, that's sad that the train crashed. Someone had to be, like, driving it, right? I think Mount Robson is my favorite deadly descent in the game. It's what I played the most in I can't think of it right now. And online I play the survival for Mount Robinson. We're going to go to ground training on the Rockies. Whitehorn Mountain is the first mountain that we have in the Rockies range. There are 3 mountains per range, except in the one, which we'll get into on the 11th episode. Okay, now we're going to see what a normal run looks like. Not every single run is an airdrop. That's kind of stupid for a snowboarding game. Okay, so left analog stick is the steer, of course. It's a little bit sensitive if you start turning too much in one direction. While you're on the ground, you can hold circle for a nose press and hold circle for a tail press. Nose is the front, tail is the back, just like on an anatomy of a dog. Tap X to jump. Or you can hold it. Duplicate. I haven't even done any tricks yet. How is that duplicate? Okay, now if you hold it before, you can get bigger pop. And it rates your tricks. And you can also wind up so you can do a better spin. Landed it. Now we have rails that we can grind on, just contact them. On normal rails, you just have to touch them. And you can do the normal square, triangle, or circle trick. And then you can grind anything else that's not an actual rail by holding L2. Now the player will hold them back self so they land safely if you let go of the buttons. And you can rewind by holding L1 for a point penalty, so I'm not going to do it too much. And now we are in tricky mode. And when you're in tricky or super tricky mode, you can hold R2 to boost. And here we have the remix version of It's Tricky by Run DMC. Unlimited boost in any tricky mode. So use the crap out of it, especially in a race. Oh, dang it. I don't know what I did wrong.
You crashed.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
I'm going the wrong way. What's the no flow penalty? What's that? I have never seen that. Landed it. As you can see, Whitehorn Mountain is fairly easy. Tricky. Whoop. And the end of a run is always marked by these little yellow flares. In dark places, red flares will mark the way. So if you see red flares, don't stop. Keep going. Training's over. Griff's head start in Team SSX has earned him 2 deadly descents already. Time to drop this race into gear and go for it. 2 game unlock, explore, and then global events for online. Okay, we first race it against Elise, Kaori, and Alex. Alright, trophy for finishing the tutorial. Okay, welcome to the equipment screen. Here you can update your rider by buying stuff, yada yada yada. Change rider's suit. Change your board, which increases the speed, boost, and tricks attributes. Let's go and look at what we got. The suits can sometimes have special attributes. I don't have money for that. We have each player comes with a level 3 and level 6 board. Obviously you equip level 6 until you get to like level 7 so you can buy better boards. So let's go ahead and start. Order.
Love it.
Yeah, the loading screens are a little bit long in this game.
Oh, a little? I didn't know.
Now we'll get into the actual gameplay with racing and tricket modes and survival mode too. Okay, race. Obviously, race it mode. Be in the top 3 to advance and win. So there are 4 people. Just beat 1 person, you can go to the next race, next event. Well, who goes for 3rd place? Get first, right? As you might have just seen in the top right corner, we get, achievements for doing certain things. I have them all unlocked for the most part.
Hey, what the heck?
I wiped out.
Yeah.
I'm still in 2nd place.
That's really sad, actually.
Yeah, it's the first area. But I'm 6 seconds behind 1st place. Oh, now I'm... Ah, tree. Wow, wow. And I've now got it down to 2 seconds. If this was a tricky, I think I'd be winning. Oh, I blame gravity.
Hey.
And now we're just boosting through this rail. That's why I love Whitehorn Mountain. Whoa, get on the rail. Thank you. Missing that snowflake in the top left corner. Those are... Whoa! Here comes another one. Oh no, I thought I saw one. It's not in 1st place. What the heck? Wow!
You're dead.
I can't die because I don't have armor
You're
on.
dead.
There's no life until you put armor on, which I find really weird. They don't give you life until you protect yourself. Snowflakes, you just give you bonus credits. That one's worth 1,200, that's pretty nice. And end a racing tricky, alright.
You're dead.
Should get a bunch of credits here for all the stuff I got.
Yeah.
Now time to go to a tricket event. Now, regardless of whether it's a tricket event or not, keep trying to do tricks even in races so you get your boost up.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
Keep doing that.
So I think there are 2 more drops after this drop on Rockies, and then that'll be the end of this episode. Every episode will finish off with an epic finale of the Deadly Descent for the range. It'll progressively get harder throughout the game.
You'll progressively get harder throughout your life. I don't know what that means.
I don't understand either. So we have to beat a ghost. Ghost are recordings of previous runs. We have to beat the ghost of Griff. So we've already scared him off. We killed him already. That mean we win the game? Yeah, see, I'm almost guaranteed to win in this because I'm really good at trick events. Okay. Alright. On the second run, I've already grinded for a total of 1 minute.
Uno momento?
See. Whoa! Yeah, when you start to crash into trees, let go of all buttons, so like you safely land. Yeah, I think I'm winning by a little bit. Oh, cool. I've done that before, though. Get it! Oh, oh, now we're gonna do a nice long trick. I didn't land that? That's a little sad. I like, wow, that's...
Well, you didn't completely crash on me.
And I completely crushed his score. He had 400,000 something, I had 3 million. It's winning me a little bit. Now at the last range on Whitehorn Mountain. Chrono's Mustache, that's a nice mountain. So now we're on to Extinguished Peak, Race It, where we need armor. So we get to use the first gear. So let's try to buy the best gear we can find. Armor, durability, and health recovery are the three things that armor, the attributes of armor. Armor is just the base level of the armor that you have. Durability is how many hits armor can take before it breaks. And then health recovery is how fast your health will replenish once you're in the armor. Now, we can get level 4 armor or we can equip Joey's level 6 power armor, because every character comes with a certain gear. So he comes with armor, conveniently enough. Okay, now whenever you have an event where you need gear, it will give you percentage on what your survival is. I think I had like a 70% something. I didn't look, because I don't really care. I will survive.
Your mom.
She could be scary. So this is kind of like a survival and a race it, because this does require armor. There are trees in the way. If you get hurt or wipe out like I did multiple times previously so far in this episode, your armor will go down. So place in the top 3 just like I did race it last time. So armor helps you survive collisions, avoid the trees, and finish before one person to complete the thing. Like I said before, when it's a little bit dark, you have these lights to guide you. They give you 1,000 points apiece, and they really help you. I could boost through this if I wanted to. Let's go ahead and boost.
Oh, you're so lucky.
I just know this path really well. I've done it a bunch of times. That's what I do on this map, Robinson, or what I do on survival for online. Yeah, dang it. You see, I wiped out there. My armor's gone down a little bit. have to dive under that, not that. Jump over that. And we're in tricky mode. Just don't have to jump over under that. Just go past around that. Avoid the rocks. And we get tricky by hitting a flare, so it shows you how useful those can be. And I think I don't know how big of our lead right now we have, but we have a huge lead.
No. Not that huge.
Crap. Yeah, see, our health bars, our armor bar is gone. Now we're dropped into our health. We've lost a little bit, but it's replenished itself. Oh well, got second. Now, most episodes probably won't be this long. We just had to do the introductions and whatever, introducing the game and the mechanics, the tutorials, which are tediously long. But we finished Extinguisher Tower, and now we're on Mount Robinson for the first and deadly descent. 20,000 credits for winning this, and we have a 38% chance of survival. Thanks, game. Now, if you have other armor in stock that the game thinks you'll do better with, it will equip you if you press square, optimize with better equipment.
Freeze.
That is the danger of this deadly descent. Every deadly descent, every mountain range has its own danger. The second one that we'll do will have gravity, which will do the wingsuit, obviously, so we don't plummet to the ground. Is that what it hurt?
Toss.
Huh?
Gravitas.
That's something completely different, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What is that, like fanciness?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I know it's from something. I don't know what it's from. I wish.
Deadly descent.
Oh wait, I don't even have to go to school tomorrow.
Why?
I've got an appointment.
Oh.
I have cancer. Just kidding.
I don't have to go to school right there. Yay! I was going to school on Friday for about 3.5 hours. Okay.
Use caution.
Basically,
No.
just get through this run and survive. There's no points. You don't have to get an amount of points. You don't even have to get a race. So if you're not too great at these games, I suggest going through this one slow. Some of the descents you do have to kind of go fast. But this one, it's a nice warm-up. Just go nice and slow, like I'm doing right now. But not right now, because I know this one like the back of my hand. I've done this so many times. Tree. See, I know what I'm doing. We already lost half of our armor, but whatever. I've done this run 4 times without dying. 4 runs in a row. If you go on online and you do survival, it's however how many times you put on a run. You get see how many meters left. Counts how many meters you can do before you die. And if you finish the run, you just go back and start over. I've done a run 5 times before dying. More, I think, on this run. So I can obviously do this once without losing my armor if I really tried. Probably twice. I have done challenges though online where you can. Whoa! I hit the branch when I'm flying. You can set special guidelines, and I've done it where there's no armor allowed. But I've used another gear that you see, because once you get to like the 3rd one, about halfway through, stuff becomes really foggy. You have to know the track to know what's coming up. I could have gone into that at all. But yeah, just tapping X. You don't want to hold it so you don't go too high. And hit something else. Just tapping X is definitely enough. But we are already done with this deadly descent. It took about 2 minutes. And we're at the 30-minute mark. Not something once during the entire run. That's good. Fall, probably. That's funny. The one run that I did not fall on is supposed to be the hardest run to do. But I've been Nate Gaiman.
I'm Eric Carl.
I've been Epic Gamer. We'll see you next time. Region complete, Rockies. Regions unlocked, Patagonia and Siberia. Patagonia is what we'll be doing next. Bless me. Defy reality, own the planet. Catchphrase of this game. So we have conquered our first deadly descent. And we now have Patagonia, which will be our next, and then Siberia. Patagonia, as I said before, is gravity. And the deadly thing about Siberia is the ice. So we'll see you next time.
I'm Eric Carl.
He's Eric Carl.